It definitely sucks. He's a big part of our team, offensively, and on the defensive end. And these next couple of days of training camp, we're just going to try and see what's the best way to go about it for starting lineup.
What do you anticipate?
I have no idea. We're trying out a lot of things, and we're going to see what's going to work best over the next couple of days.
What does it mean for you personally? Because there's a chance you're going to go play some power forward yourself.
We haven't talked about that yet, so I don't know, but I'll be ready for whatever the coach needs.
Is it a blessing though that it happened now when you guys have 2 weeks before the season starts, or is it just you don't want this at all?
It's never a blessing. You never want one of your teammates to get hurt, especially Keegan. We just hope he gets a speedy recovery, and he comes back with confidence.
You guys heading into Wednesday's game?
Everything, basically everything we were working on training camp. We're not happy with our play these last 2 preseason games, so we're just trying to sharpen things up and get some clarity.
Domas, you've had a UCL injury in that thumb. Just how difficult is it to deal with it on a daily basis? And you never had surgery after the season, right?
No. It just depends on the guy, Depends. Obviously, he did it before season even started, so I was halfway through the season and we couldn't afford, losing some time. So, happy he's getting it. He'll be back here quicker than everyone expects, and everyone will forget about it.
How does it affect you playing?
Anything. Everyone thinks it's just catching the ball, but it's on defense, boxing out, touching someone, putting on your socks, brushing your teeth. That's everything.
What's you talked about things you're working on? Is the first 2? I know it's still preseason, but is there anything you really like, anything you really don't like in these two games so far?
We're just trying to clean up all the gray areas. On offense, we want to play with some structure, but also with freedom. So just trying to find the middle ground. Same thing on defense.
When you look at the Clippers and all the pieces that they've added, how do you feel they'll kind of shape up for the West?
They're a very talented team. Got a lot of big names, players who have done things in the league. We're excited to play against them. They're a different team than the last 2 teams we played against. So we're excited to try and use some of the stuff we've put in preseason.
Domas, Doug wants you guys to play physical. Is it tough to get a gauge of the level of physicality the reps are going to allow through 2 preseason games?
I guess so. I don't know. Last game we had 100 free throws in the first quarter, so we couldn't really tell, what we're allowed and what we're not yet. We got a couple more games to kind of figure that out.
With the picking up 94 feet, how do you feel like you guys have done with that, and what's it like learning for you?
I think it depends. Certain players can do it, certain can, and depending on personnel. Certain players, you feel like you have an advantage, but the ones that you don't, we shouldn't do it and play to our strengths. You guys saw against Portland, we pressed up, or it was the first game in Toronto, they just blew right by us or set a pick, and then we're 4 against 5 all game. So that's where we got to pick and choose one win to do it.
The 40th anniversary of the first Kings game in Sacramento is coming up on October 25th. What does it mean to you, this team having been here for 40 years?
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool for the city. I'm happy we're still here, and we just got to go out there and get a win for them.
Did you ever go to a game at Arco when you were a kid with your dad playing for the Blazers?
No, never been, yeah.